Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Myles and this is King Sweet. So today's video is more on the serious side of things. You as the viewer already see by the title what this video is about. Before we get into the main topic of the video, I want to wish everyone who's watching a Happy New Year, as you guys are seeing this on New Year's Day. Speaking of New Year's, I know that 2020 has shown so many true colors, so many people like what their true passions are, and what they truly believe in themselves, how they believe in themselves, and how they perceive the world. Personally, for me, 2020 has been a year of self-growth and just defining myself and finding out who I am in all aspects of life. So being that this year has been so reflective, I have truly found my true self, and I want to announce today to everyone, friends and family, that I am gay. Well, for one, just saying that out loud feels just so freeing and like, and understandably, this is probably a different shock to different people on opposite sides of my world, as you could say. So while my friends see me in more energetic light and also more expressive, my family sees more of a toned down version of my own personality. And I feel like that was just a wrongdoing to myself and also to everyone around me. I guess now I can answer like the question of, how did you find out? How long have you known? And honestly, I've been pretty sure of myself since about the 5th grade when I really realized that I was really not into girls. I was really into men. And then around middle school, finding dance, it really made me become more of my own personality and my own person. And later in high school, I really stepped into my true self. And in college, I was just expressing my true self. So being that I held this in towards one side of my life, kind of, I feel that 10 years of holding that in is no longer going to help me out, and I feel that I want to be able to be my true self, not to my friends only, but to just everyone, and to be able to live my life without any care of what anybody thinks anymore. It felt like I got to a comfortable place where I was comfortable being with my friends all the time, being expressive with them, and being able to live a different life in a different world with my family. And I don't think that's something that is really healthy. I feel like you're becoming two different people. And it also is very toxic to your own being. It's very draining. You have to be two different people, and you have to just have like an on and off switch, and that's not healthy for anyone to have to go through for 10 years, and of course not any longer. So these past 2 days have been very emotional because I have told my family in person in our house. So of course telling them was so freeing for me because it was just like, finally, just say it. Just say those 2 words that I've been waiting to say for so long. But also, I just love the support that I got. They already knew, of course, but I just love the support, and I've known about other people's stories as well, and I'm just grateful that my story is similar, but my story is also different. And of course, I had to explain to them like the timeline. So from elementary school, I was just finding myself, but not officially knowing. I was still really young. And then in middle school, I really found myself through dance, and I realized that that was my way of expressing, and I became more of my own personality. And then in high school, I got really into my personality, and I really became comfortable with myself. And of course, in college, that's my true self. I'm only a junior, but that's my true self, and I feel like I've expressed myself the most, of course, in these years. So I feel like this is the perfect time. And why not just say it to the entire world, really? I also want to give advice to anyone who is also in the community who has not come out yet. Anyone who is younger or older as well. There's all different ages. Everyone has their own timeline. And I never want anyone, and I'm telling you this strongly, don't ever follow anybody else's timeline. Your timeline is your own, and you make the decision for yourself. And also never look at anyone else's situation and think that yours is going to be exactly like theirs, or yours is going to be completely different. Don't assume anything, but also know the environment that you are actually in. Your parents, your family life, your friend life. So really evaluate what is around you, the environment that is surrounding you, the support that you have, and determine when is a good time for you, when you feel ready, when you feel the most comfortable. I know the most common thing to hold someone back from actually saying it and coming out to other people is having the idea of what other people are already going to think of you. So don't have a preconception of what they think of you. You have to just go into it with no expectations at all. The idea of you giving somebody that power to have over your thoughts and have over your life of what they think, they're not living your life. You're living your life for you, and they have no say of what you like to do. Depending on like a parent, that's different if you're staying at home, but living your life on who you love, that should not be in negotiation. That should be your choice, and that should not have to be up for debate, have to argue. You don't have to accept it, but we just ask that you respect it. And most times parents, siblings, grandparents, friends, and like extended family, they don't know what's truly going on. And most of the times people in the community don't really say things about what is going on because, number one, they don't want to out themselves. They don't want to feel like they're being weak or vulnerable. And you just have to really understand that things do happen within the community. Bullying, like the name calling that happens in schools. People are just mean and vicious, and you really have to understand. And of course, all parents cannot see the signs that happen, and don't feel sorry for that. But as the time does come along, don't feel sorry, but just really like support the person, because they probably don't want to talk about it after all those years. They probably gotten over it after a while, so eventually they're gonna feel the need to open up if they would like to. But if they don't, then I think just respect that they have gone through these things, and what can you do to move forward to really be there for them. And also, again, on the timing of when you feel like you are ready. I came out at the age of 20. I'm 20 now, but before I did this, I talked to my cousins who have done it before me. They are older, of course, but they have done it before me. They might have done it older than me. They might have done it before, like around like a younger age than what I was right now. But they were the ones who helped me out. I reached out to them, and I was able to speak to them on the advice that they can give me on how I can bring up the conversation, or any advice of like negative feedback. But I am a genuinely confident person, and I don't really take feedback or any criticism about myself, like my being, personally. So just like how society has brought social media to just such a high light in our lives, and people are really stuck on negative comments and things that you get from other people who don't even know you, strangers, even your family sometimes, or friends, but mostly they are strangers or trolls who are not even real people. So really do not take the negative comments with any grain of salt. Really just brush it off. And I know that's easier said than done, and after this video I probably will get negative comments, but they're not accepted here. I will not be responding to them in a negative way. I do not engage in something like that. If I get a negative comment, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me engagement. Thank you for giving me a view. Do not put your energy into someone who does not really support you and who just wants to bring you down. This is a positive moment in my life, and I have no time for negativity to bring me down in this new year, after 2020 was like the craziest year ever. And for anyone who has not come out yet, if anyone who has come out already, if you guys ever want support or any advice that I may be able to give you, I can just talk to you. We can just talk through your environment, talk through your situation, and I can see whatever I can give you advice on, how I would do it, or just let me know what ideas that you have for coming out, or just talking about the community in general. Personally, for me, I've had so much support from my family, also from my cousins who have done it before me, who have come before me, and also my friends. So I want to thank Carmela, Elizabeth, Kendall, Jessica, Nora, and Christy for all being there. I didn't tell everyone that I was doing this because I was going to post a video, but I did tell some of my friends, and that I was actually ready, and they all supported me. They say, go for it, go for it, go for it. We're all here for you. We support you in any way you can. So I want to thank everyone so much for really supporting me. And for any parents or family of anyone in the community, or if anyone in your family ever does come out in the future, some advice I have for you is just be there. You can just listen, even if you don't accept it, even if you don't agree with it, even if you're not comfortable with it or know much about it. I know a lot of the older generation, it's kind of newer for them to understand, and kind of new for you guys to understand it. But the times really aren't changing. I don't really like when people say that. The times aren't changing. The times are really evolving. And then saying like these things are like a phase or like an embarrassment to the family, like do not take other people's words, other people's judgment on your child. Do not do that. Do not let that judge and cloud your judgment of them, really. You truly know your child for who they are, and you should love them for who they are. But I know it does take time, and from traditions that have happened in the past, but again, the times are not changing. The times are just evolving. In the past, people have just been too scared to come out. There have been gay people, bisexual people, transgender people for so many years, but only in like the last like 10-15 years, I would say, it's become more popular, as they would say, to be able to be comfortable with yourself, to come out, to wear makeup, to wear wigs, to wear dresses, to wear heels, and even like painting your nails. It's a male and female thing. Nobody said it has to be for just females. And it's been happening for years. Most people have just done it in secret because of the fear of what can come back to them in negative feedback or any type of reaction. I've also been looking into support groups and hotlines for people to talk and also talk about like their situations and their environment that they are currently in, whether you have come out or not, and just to be able to speak about what is on your mind. And also you can speak to me for any advice, or if you just want to talk, you can DM me on Instagram, on Twitter, or add me on Snapchat and we can talk there as well. So thank you so much for watching this video today. It was the big announcement, but we're going to go into the new year with positive thoughts, positive affirmations, and also being our true authentic selves. So be yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever. And also don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. And also comment videos you guys would like to see down below.